You know, over the last few days, the Dallas Cowboy fans love telling us they've won the division, they've already won the conference, they basically already won the Super Bowl, Dak Prescott is MVP, they have the best coaching staff in the league. They feel that we shouldn't play the rest of the year. I mean, this is what they think after beating two of the crappiest teams in the National Football League. And that's the problem with Dallas Cowboy fans and their team. They feel entitled. They feel that they deserve everything. They deserve all the championships without even doing anything. Don't they know that the good teams rise up after Thanksgiving, that good teams deal with adversity and get through it? Both things in the last 20-something years the Dallas Cowboys can't do. Win after Thanksgiving and deal with adversity.
Is this 13 Dingbat Lane? Is this Dingbat Lane, 13 Dingbat Lane? I'm looking for Nelson Aguilar. I can't find him anywhere. You see him? Nelson Aguilar, you there? You home? Can't find you, Nelson Aguilar. Where the hell are you?
Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, do it. King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a great day. As you heard, the Eagles canceled practice today. We're going to get into that in a minute, but before I do, I have to address the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboy fans, specifically Mark Holmes, who did a video basically asking me a lot of questions about my team and how I feel now and what do I think about the Eagles and his great Dallas Cowboys because they're 2-0. So I'm going to basically break it down for him and for Cowboy fans so they know that they don't win a Super Bowl after 2 weeks. I mean, you guys act like paper champions because you think you've won a Super Bowl after 2 weeks. You know the amount of videos I've seen from Dallas Cowboy fans saying that the division's theirs, that they're the best team in the conference, that nobody's stopped. You beat two of the crappiest teams in the National Football League. We are talking about week 2 of the regular season. If the Eagles played the Giants week 2, the Eagles would be 2-0 also. Okay? If you guys played the Giants and then the Redskins. If we played the Redskins and the Giants, we both would be 2-0. Big deal. Big deal. We went and we had to play in a tough place to play. Like I said, it was not going to be an easy game. Atlanta's tough. We go in there, first quarter, we lose 3 of our 5 best weapons out. Throw the game plan out. Carson Wentz had a bad half. A lot of that had to do for many factors. I mean, the whole team was off in that first half because it looked like they were trying to get their feet. They didn't have a game plan. Everything was kind of thrown out the window. But they settled down. Carson Wentz went out there. And to me, he gave me an amazing performance in the third and the fourth quarter. That's right, an amazing performance. The only reason we're not talking about Carson Wentz having a legendary comeback, a signature comeback on Sunday Night Football in front of the world is because Nelson Aguilar dropped it. That's why I don't call him Nelly. I don't call him Aggie. I don't call him Ags. I call him Nelson. He's Nelson until he makes it up to Carson Wentz because he took a signature moment from Carson Wentz. Now, I was really pissed at Nelson Aguilar. I'm calming down now, and I'm not trying to kill him. I just think he has to make it up to Carson Wentz. But Carson delivered. Carson showed he was clutch. He may not get the win. He may not get the victory on paper. But he did enough to me to show me that he's got it. So I'm good to go. The Eagles, we are dealing with a lot of adversity right now. You know what? But that's what champions do. They deal with adversity and they fight through it. You see, Dallas, that's what you don't do. I mean, look how easy the Dallas Cowboys have had it so far. You play the Giants. Stink! The Redskins stink. Now you're going to play the Miami Dolphins. Really? Miami Dolphins? I mean, I think college teams could beat the Miami Dolphins. So you're going to go 3-0. Then, Dallas gets the New Orleans Saints without Drew Brees. Oh, how convenient. So that's 4-0. See, you could rack up all the wins you want. You can have an easy time of it. Go 10. You could be 10-0, 11-0. But I know this. Once the playoffs start, once you get into a tough game, once you get into a situation where there's adversity, where you got to man up, okay, where you got to toughen up, I know my Eagles can do it because the majority of the guys that did it in 2017 are still on the roster. We did it last year. Dallas can't do it. The only adversity, real adversity, the Cowboys have gone through in the last few years was when Zeke got suspended and you folded. You folded like a wet paper blanket. Okay? You guys stink. I am not scared of you. No Eagle fan is scared of you. So let me make this real clear for Dallas Cowboy fans. Let me make it real clear for you, my man, Mark Holmes. Let me make it clear for you. I'm not scared of you Dallas Cowboys. I'm not worried about your Dallas Cowboys at all. I think you guys have it easy. I think it's been easy for you. It's going to continue to be easy for you. And it's going to lead to a team that thinks they're entitled to win and a fan base that thinks they're entitled to win. And when you get late into the season, when you get into the playoffs and real adversity come, and when real teams with real heart come and play you, you're going to fold. You're going to fold because over the last 20 plus years, this is what the Dallas Cowboys do. They fold. So I'm not scared of you. You could be 10-0, 11-0. I don't care. We are coming for you and we're going to take you out. My team is going through adversity. The other night against Atlanta, that was adversity. We stuck together. We almost pulled it out. If Nelson Aguilar don't drop that ball, we win. But we take the loss. We battle back. Teams don't show themselves. The good teams don't rise up until after Thanksgiving. You could be so-so in September, a little better in October, and then November you kind of play okay, and then December you get going and you get hot. That's what the good teams do. You're 2-0 beating two teams that are trash. They're trash. And what I'm saying is this. I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys have the balls, have the particular testitude of testiculacy to beat us. That's a Latin word, by the way. But I'm just saying. You guys ain't beating us. That's just how I see it. I ain't scared of you. I ain't sweating you. And to think that after 2 weeks, seeing us go through what we went through and then see what you've gone through, to think that you're going to go run out there and brag to the world, look how great we are, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy, and I think you guys are set yourself up for failure yet again. And let me say this, Cowboy fans, Mark Holmes, when you fail, and you will, the first face you're going to see to remind you of your failure is this. Get used to it, buddy. Get used to it, because you're failing. The Eagles are coming. I am not giving up on this year. We are going through some stuff, but we will bounce back. We will find our way because we got a coach who's a champion. We got a team who's been a champion. You guys have done nothing for 20 plus years. I am not falling for crap because you beat two of the worst teams in the league the first 2 weeks. And then you play the worst team next week. Then you play a New Orleans Saints team without Drew Brees. Pile up your wins. Pile up your fake courage because it's all coming to a crashing halt. I promise you, the Eagles will destroy you. We will destroy you. That, Mark Holmes, is my response to you. Okay? Now, as we know, the Eagles canceled practice. They canceled practice today because we are dealing with a ton of injuries. We got guys who basically Doug just thought needed more rest, and there was a lot of controversy about whether or not they canceled practice because Carson Wentz is injured and they wanted to rest him, but they didn't want it out in public. And, me being a conspiracy theorist that I am, I said, maybe there's something to it. Until I heard Carson Wentz's press conference, I think he's fine. I think the team is just banged up. And look, we got a lot of adversity we're dealing with right now. No doubt about it. And I'll say this, if this injury bug continues the rest of the year and we're just decimated by injury, I think the Eagles really need to look in the offseason at getting a lot younger, at letting some of these older guys go and really focusing on getting younger, because this is like 3 years in a row that we're getting killed by injuries. 2017 we won a Super Bowl, 2018 we struggled but we got in the playoffs, and then it would be this year. So I think at that point it's time to maybe get a little younger, even if you have to take a step back. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of football, a lot of year left to be played. Grugier Hill may be back for that Packers game, which is really, really good news. I just think that right now there's a lot of injuries that we just got to kind of get through and work our way through, and we'll be fine later on in the year when it matters the most. Hopefully we're getting this all out of the way. The big talk, of course, for Eagle fans and on every radio station in Philly is Jalen Ramsey. Should the Eagles go out and get Jalen Ramsey? I gave you my opinion on this yesterday. I would love to have him. I don't think the Eagles will get him, but I would love it. Now they're saying that the Jaguars want 2 first-round picks. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine Howie Roseman giving the Jaguars 2 number 1s for him. I cannot. And if you did give 2 number 1s, you would have to sign him to an extension. So I say this. I say if you could get him, if they could do it, great. But don't expect it. I doubt it's going to happen. And if it did, Jim Schwartz would have to just say, look, Jalen Ramsey, you take the best receiver, go one-on-one, and you deal with it. Just let him play man. Don't let him play your little sticks and off coverage and what he likes to do. Let him play man-to-man and go to work. And I tell you what, Jalen Ramsey would make a huge difference on this Eagles team. I have no doubt, especially if they let him just man up against the best receiver on whoever they're playing. Could you imagine him playing Amari Cooper? He'd shut Amari Cooper down. He would shut him down. It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful, and Cowboy fans are so pissed that I'm saying that, but good. That's what I think. Good. But I don't think it's going to happen. Some people are saying, well, what about Patrick Peterson later on in the year? I don't want him. He's what, in his 30s? I think I'm okay. What is it, maybe 29, 30? Too old. The reason I like Jalen Ramsey, he's 24 years old. He's 24. Fitzpatrick was young. I like younger. I think we need to go younger, especially with all these injuries. We got to get younger guys in here. That's kind of how I feel. But we're going to find out what happens to Ramsey, because I heard that the Jaguars are trying to move him by Friday. So he's going to play Thursday night and then be moved Friday. Do I think it's going to be Eagles? No. I'm guessing he's going to end up with the Kansas City Chiefs or the Oakland Raiders. So we'll see. We'll see. God, I would love to have him, but it's not going to happen. And if for some reason it did, he wouldn't be able to play against Detroit anyways. And Detroit, we're not going to have Alshon. We're probably not going to have Deshaun Jackson. So we're going to be without those 2 guys. I think that we're good enough to win the Detroit game without some of these guys. So that Green Bay game Thursday scares me. That's going to be a hard game without these guys, and we'll worry about that next week. Let's see how Green Bay plays. Let's see how the Eagles play, and we'll figure it out. Miles Sanders, they were talking about him and about how he keeps bouncing stuff outside, and he was even saying he knows he needs to hit the holes. He does. He needs to hit the holes because he's trying to bounce everything outside. And you know who did that? Shady McCoy. If you remember Shady early in his career, he used to bounce everything out. Now, Shady could make people miss a little easier than Miles Sanders, and he would, he can make some runs. But Miles Sanders got to learn to hit those holes. If he does, he's going to be fine. And when he does, he'll be fine. In the meantime, I think next week you come out and you use Jordan Howard. I want to see a lot of Jordan Howard be used. You got to use him because the Eagles, Carson has said it, Doug has said it, even Mike Gross said, they got to start better. You got to start better, in the games, in the first quarter. And the way to do it is establish the run early. And one of the things I like about Jordan Howard is he pushes the pile forward. He's always going to get you yards. The only thing I don't like about the way they use Jordan Howard is when they put him in a shotgun and run him out of shotgun, I don't think he runs well. When he runs and Carson's over center, he runs a lot better. So I want to see more of that. I don't care if Detroit knows it's coming. Do it anyways. Let them stop it. And if we can do that early in the game, kind of get into a rhythm, I think everything else will open up. But we'll see what happens this week. I'm going to do my Detroit Eagles prediction video probably Friday, so we'll talk about it more then. But I think the Eagles will be okay against Detroit. That Green Bay game is tough, and right now for me, I just feel like we just got to weather this storm with these injuries, get some of these guys back, and if Howie Roseman can anyway figure out how to make this trade happen, do it. But that's pretty much what's going on today. Eagles had an extra rest day, and I'm glad Doug did it. I think those guys need the extra rest. I know we need the reps, but look, you got to be on the field. You got to be healthy. That's the most important thing. So with that said, that's pretty much what's going on today. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.